Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into some of the most perplexing mysteries of our ancient past, exploring the intriguing and often controversial theories surrounding the Anunnaki. Today, we will explore 12 questions surrounding the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are described in ancient Mesopotamian texts, particularly Sumerian writings, as deities. However, the interpretation of these texts by authors like Zecharia Sitchin has led to the theory that they were not just gods, but extraterrestrial beings. Sitchin proposed that they originated from a hypothetical planet called Nibiru, which has a long, elliptical orbit around our sun. According to his interpretations, the Anunnaki came to Earth thousands of years ago. The core of this theory suggests they were advanced beings who interacted with early humans. The question of their true nature and origin remains a subject of intense debate, with mainstream archaeology and science largely dismissing the extraterrestrial interpretation. This debate is a cornerstone of the Anunnaki mystery. The concept of Nibiru, a planet with a 3,600-year orbit, is central to the Anunnaki theory. However, there is no scientific evidence to support its existence. Astronomers have not observed such a planet, and its supposed orbital characteristics contradict known celestial mechanics. The primary source for Nibiru's existence is Sitchin's interpretation of ancient texts, which many scholars consider flawed. The lack of physical evidence and the scientific community's rejection of Nibiru's existence raise significant doubts about the Anunnaki theory as a whole. The search for evidence of Nibiru remains a point of contention and a key factor in evaluating the credibility of the Anunnaki narrative. According to the Anunnaki theory, their primary motivation for coming to Earth was the need for gold. It suggested that Nibiru's atmosphere was deteriorating, and gold particles were needed to repair it. They supposedly discovered vast gold deposits on Earth, particularly in ancient Mesopotamia. This theory paints the Anunnaki as miners and engineers who traveled across vast distances to secure a vital resource. The concept of gold as a necessity for their survival is a key element of the Anunnaki narrative. However, this theory relies heavily on the interpretation of ancient texts and lacks independent scientific verification. The notion that an advanced civilization would rely on gold for atmospheric repair is also a point of skepticism. The most controversial aspect of the Anunnaki theory is the claim that they genetically engineered early humans, Homo erectus, to create Homo sapiens. This theory suggests that the Anunnaki needed a workforce to mine gold and therefore manipulated human DNA. This alleged genetic intervention is often linked to the creation story in Genesis, reinterpreted as a symbolic representation of extraterrestrial intervention. The idea that humans are the product of genetic manipulation by an alien race is a radical departure from mainstream evolutionary theory. This claim is often met with skepticism, as it lacks direct scientific evidence and relies heavily on interpretations of ancient myths. Zecharia Sitchin's books, particularly, are largely responsible for popularizing the Anunnaki theory. He interpreted Sumerian cuneiform texts as evidence of extraterrestrial visits and genetic manipulation. However, his translations and interpretations have been widely criticized by scholars of ancient languages and civilization. Many experts argue that Sitchin's work is based on selective readings and misinterpretations of the texts. The controversy surrounding his credibility is a major point of contention in the Anunnaki debate. While his work has captivated many, it is essential to recognize the lack of scholarly consensus on his interpretations. Ancient Mesopotamian myths and texts, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh and the Enuma Elish, do describe powerful deities with supernatural abilities. However, interpreting these deities as extraterrestrial beings is a matter of debate. Mainstream scholars view these texts as mythological narratives that reflect the cultural and religious beliefs of the time. Sitchin's interpretations, which see these myths as historical accounts of extraterrestrial interactions, are not widely accepted. The ambiguity of these ancient texts and the multiple layers of interpretation contribute to the ongoing debate about the Anunnaki. The question of whether these myths support or contradict the theory depends heavily on one's interpretive framework. Mainstream science and archaeology largely reject the Anunnaki theory due to the lack of empirical evidence. The existence of Nibiru is not supported by astronomical observations, and there is no scientific evidence of extraterrestrial genetic manipulation of humans. Scholars also point to the lack of archaeological evidence that corroborates the Anunnaki narrative. The reliance on Sitchin's interpretations, which are considered flawed by experts, further undermines the theory's credibility. The scientific community emphasizes the importance of evidence-based research and peer review, which the Anunnaki theory lacks. The absence of concrete, verifiable evidence is a significant obstacle to the theory's acceptance. Opponents of the Anunnaki theory often point to ancient megalithic structures, like the pyramids of Egypt and other ancient sites, as evidence of advanced technology provided by the Anunnaki. They argue that these structures could not have been built by ancient humans without extraterrestrial assistance. However, mainstream archaeology provides alternative explanations for the construction of these structures, emphasizing the ingenuity and engineering skills of ancient civilization. The connection between megalithic structures and the Anunnaki remains speculative and lacks concrete evidence. The debate over the origins of these structures highlights the divide between mainstream and alternative interpretations of ancient history. The Anunnaki narrative shares similarities with other ancient astronaut theories, which propose that extraterrestrial beings have visited Earth and influenced human civilization. These theories often interpret ancient myths and artifacts as evidence of alien interactions. The idea that advanced technology and knowledge were provided by extraterrestrials is a common thread. However, like the Anunnaki theory, these theories lack mainstream scientific support. The parallels between these narratives highlight the enduring fascination with the idea of extraterrestrial influence on human history. The Anunnaki theory has had a significant impact on popular culture, appearing in books, documentaries, and even video games. It has fueled the imagination of many, offering an alternative explanation for human origins and ancient mysteries. The theory's appeal lies in its ability to connect ancient myths with modern concepts of extraterrestrial life. However, it is essential to distinguish between entertainment and factual information. The influence of the Anunnaki theory on modern beliefs underscores the importance of critical thinking and media literacy. If the Anunnaki theory were proven true, it would fundamentally alter our understanding of human history and evolution. It would mean that humans are not solely the product of natural selection, but also of extraterrestrial intervention. It would also raise profound questions about the origins of life and the possibility of other advanced civilizations in the universe. Such a discovery would require a complete reevaluation of our current scientific paradigms. The implications would be revolutionary, but until then, it remains a hypothetical scenario. The Anunnaki mystery continues to intrigue and provoke debate. Moving forward, it is crucial to approach this topic with a balanced perspective. Continued research into ancient texts, archaeological findings, and astronomical data is essential. Open dialogue between mainstream scholars and proponents of the Anunnaki theory could lead to new insights. However, it is vital to maintain a critical approach and prioritize evidence-based reasoning. The pursuit of knowledge should be guided by scientific rigor and a willingness to consider alternative perspectives. In conclusion, the Anunnaki theory remains a fascinating, albeit controversial subject. While the lack of scientific evidence poses a significant challenge, the enduring mystery of our ancient past continues to captivate and inspire. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.